Nightline is brought to you by AXA New Zealand. The future together. AXA.
We will not be sidelined in this process, and like I say, each day brings something new.
Tonight, the military closes in on George Speight as his supporters prepare for the last stand. Family support for dumped Dover as his accuser gets warned the tables may turn. Five Fingers spark a French fiesta. The world champions war to the hope of footballing history. And they're too sexy for Milan. The new looks for the new Millennium Man.
This is Nightline with Darren McDonald.
Kia ora, good evening. He's cornered by the military, but George Speight is a long way from giving up. In fact, he's been trying a few new tricks. 9 journalists, including 2 from New Zealand, were tonight detained at Parliament after a press conference. Speight told them it was for their own safety until a call from a top army officer changed his mind. All this after a day when Speight's sanctuary began to look like an island of no return.
Preparing for the last stand, rebel troops inside the Parliament compound are drilled over and over again. The tension high because of what's happening outside. The army has begun damming the flow of traffic both in and out of Parliament, promising it'll soon be more than people they're stopping. Power, phone lines, media access and food may dry up in the coming days as the army tries to take control. All that is bad news for the hostages.
If water is cut off, they will not bathe. If food is cut off, they will not eat. Of course, will not eat as well.
Speight supporters have been given 48 hours to surrender, and those living within a kilometre of Parliament have been told to evacuate.
Of course, the military will not warn us, if they're going to attack us, But the fact that they're asking the people to clear it out, of course it could be said as that.
But George Speight says all the restrictions won't distract his men from their cause.
We will not be sidelined in this process, and like I say, each day brings something new. So don't jump to conclusions just because the army says it's going to appoint an interim government. Let's see what happens tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day, because you have to be patient like me.
Fijian military leaders have already said they won't use force against the rebels. But with neither side willing to give ground, it could be a matter of who runs out of patience first. Tania Page, 3 News.
Back here, the Dover Samuels affair may be dying down, but more scandals may not be far away. The dumped minister's political accuser, Richard Prebble, is now clearly in the line of fire, and mercy is not a word being mentioned around Parliament.
Dover Samuels began life in the House today as a backbencher, as the fallout from his sacking took a vengeful turn. A key player in Samuel's demise, Richard Prebble, claims Labour backbenchers have opened up a war on sleaze.
I'd like to hear from a senior member opposite that they do not endorse statements of utu, they do not endorse statements of vendettas, and they certainly don't give licence for members to make attacks on innocent members' family.
Labour's deputy leader indicated the war was certainly on.
I hope that nobody has done anything like going to a brothel. I hope that nobody has shares they can't explain the volume of in terms of their past earnings career. I hope that's true, Mr. Speaker, because if those sorts of facts come out,